Jonathan Smith here with the Yakima County Development Association, wanting to talk to businesses about what the Stay Home, Stay Healthy order issued by Governor Inslee yesterday means for their businesses. So we'll jump right into that. What Governor Inslee said is he asked residents to stay home unless they were, one, working in an essential business, which we'll talk about, or two, conducting essential activities, which are listed there. And there's four things that he listed as essential activities: getting food, health, caring for a family member outside of the home, or outdoor exercise. So what are the businesses that are considered essential, though, that people can still go to work at? Here is the list of essential businesses. There's a lot there. I think it would be easier to almost give a list of what is not considered an essential business. So there's 14 pages of essential businesses that came out with this. So we're going to dive into the ones that I think are most important to the Yakima County economy and the ones that are kind of gray, specifically that community-based government operations and essential functions. What does that mean and who's included in that? So we'll jump into that. Food and agriculture is, of course, the biggest sector of the economy here in Yakima County, and anything connected to that is essential. That includes growers, processors, suppliers, transporters, distributors, and consumers, which we all are. So what that means is that all the food processing companies, all the packing houses, all of the transportation, all the people who make product that serves any of those places that I just mentioned is open. So that includes printing, labels, the whole gamut. So also open grocery stores, corner stores, produce stands, big box stores that have grocery in them, restaurant carryout, they're delivering food still, quick serve. Veterinary health and forest products were also mentioned underneath food and agriculture. Jumping into that community-based businesses and government operations and essential functions, what that's talking about there, what's listed specifically is government, including courts, welfare, homeless, the things that needed to keep local government going. Hotel workers are listed as well in the community-based for the community to continue to function. Construction workers, plumbers, electricians, HVAC, etc. If you need to make a call to have something fixed, these guys are still working. Commercial retail is open and is considered essential if it is a convenience store, pet supply, auto supply, hardware, garden, office supply, home appliance, bicycle repair. Most commercial retail is considered essential. Others are rental cars, professional services like taxes, accounting services, laundromats are open, payroll companies, HR services are operating, artists, musicians that are streaming online are mentioned as well as being open. So again, like I said, a lot of businesses open on that big list of essential. There's the obvious ones, the healthcare, the emergency services, utilities, etc. So here is what is not open: on-site consumption of food, sports, concerts, conventions, those big gatherings, the same list that we knew about previously. So food and beverage, still open, restaurants with takeout, delivery, or drive-through. So now we're going to talk about what these businesses that are open must do. All of those businesses, even if they're essential, need to establish and implement social distancing and sanitation. And so here's some of the mandatory policies. Staff must be at least 6 feet apart, don't have in-person meetings, close your lunchrooms, limit access to areas where people gather. So that would be like a tent outside where people smoke, or areas like that, and limit visitors. Keep sick employees home. Make your policies flexible and consistent. Don't require people to give you a doctor's note if they're sick. The doctor may not have time to do that. And also give employees some time to take care of family members that are sick, and be aware that there may be an increase in this happening right now. Posters, put those up. Stay home when you're sick. Keep your hands clean. How to cough and sneeze. Tissues, trash cans, hand sanitizers, face masks, gloves, those kinds of things are supplies that you should have on hand. Instruct everyone to wash their hands for 20 seconds, have them not touch their face, and then routinely clean high-touch areas. So handrails, elevators, the buttons, doors, door handles, machinery that people are operating in that they have to share. And if possible, don't share computers or other devices, but if you must, have wipes, hand sanitizing wipes so those can be wiped down. And there's also a list of cleaning products that are registered with EPA. And if someone is actually sick, they come to you, put them in a private room, ask them to wear a face mask, keep it confidential, but notify the health district. direct them to the Department of Health website or the coronavirus assessment tool and have them take that. It will help them walk through a series of questions to determine if what their likelihood is that they actually have the coronavirus or something else. If someone comes to you and says they have a family member that's sick or has been confirmed to have the coronavirus, they have to stay home for 14 days. So no getting around that. So we have created a business toolkit that has most of these resources and the guidance for how businesses can establish and implement social distancing and sanitation on our website, Yakima County Development Association website. Now, what's the economic impact of all this going to be? Well, by the numbers again, in Yakima County, there's just over 10,500 businesses. Those that are still open with the social distancing and sanitation is about 9,000-ish. I put there because some businesses are choosing to close. Demand may not be strong enough for them to be open, even though they are essential, and so they've made that choice. Most businesses are still open and operating, but they've reduced hours. They've have a lot of people working from home. I talked to one office for a big company here in the Valley that said, we usually have X number of people here, and now we've got 20% of that are working. The rest are working from home and working remotely. So partly open. These are the restaurants, those kinds of things. You can see 619-ish. Again, some of those have chosen to close, reduce hours. And then the closed businesses, schools, nail salons, those 855. So by the jobs, that looks like this. Essential businesses account for 72,715 jobs in Yakima County, 63% of all jobs. If you looked at those same businesses, essential businesses statewide, it only equals 54% of total state jobs. So Yakima County definitely has more people working in essential businesses than the state and the nation as a whole. Those businesses that have some more restrictions on them but are still kind of operating, you notice educational services on there, and you may think, wait, schools and stuff are shut down, but education is still ongoing. People are working remotely. You can see the impacted total there is just under 40,000. So vast majority of businesses and jobs are still going. It is reduced hours. It is, social distancing, sanitation measures in place, those things. But for the most part, businesses are continuing to do as much as they can to operate. So, and we're trying to provide those resources. Again, we'll have a toolkit on our website for how businesses can establish and implement social distancing in the workplace, including posters and some websites they can direct people to, handouts they can give to employees, etc. So that can be found at chooseyakimavalley.com/COVID-19. To get more information on unemployment and the benefits available to employees that have to be laid off, whether it's just temporary or put on standby or put on shared work, that's esda.wa.gov. And just so you know, standby has been extended from 8 weeks to 12 weeks. There are some disaster loans available to the Small Business Administration. That's at disasterloan.sba.gov. And then the Yakima County Health District website there has information locally about the virus in Yakima County. Hope that this was helpful, and hope that the toolkit on our website is helpful as well. Until there's more information, I'll see you next time.